What's going on, everybody? Here we are, guys. How y'all doing tonight? Southern guy here. And we are here with the SmackDown review for Tuesday night that just ended. SmackDown went off the air off the USA Network. And we're going to begin tonight's WWE SmackDown with the opening. SmackDown tonight, WWE SmackDown opens with a look back at last week's WWE Talking SmackDown confrontation between SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan and WWE SmackDown Champion The Miz. Bryan and Commissioner Shane McMahon are backstage. He believes Bryan owes The Miz an apology. Shane McMahon might agree with that. What happened? He said. But he tells Bryan not to get in the face of talents anymore. Bryan says that he maybe won't be so honest next time. He finds himself in this an icon coming up from the guy who has a beef with the Brock Lesnar. Way to go! The SmackDown Open video. We go to the ring. Out comes The Miz, Maurice. He's fired up and calls for the music to be cut. It looks like it took 149 days for everyone to take notice. He goes on and talks about being the president. He goes on and talks about being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion for 140 days. We go to the backstage where WWE calls out every time they need someone to do a movie or TV appearance, a commercial or interview or play chicken. He does in the days in, days out, never being injured. Miz goes on to call the fans cowards. And the music interrupts and out comes Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler and the Miz is making supports. But there's no reason the fans don't get behind him. They can't see enough of his crap. Ziggler says Miz just wants to be famous. Why no one will ever believe in him. Ziggler goes on to issue a challenge to them to get ready for tonight's fight. But The Miz leaves the ring and fans boo. Ziggler takes the mic and says Bryan was right. And Miz is a coward. Miz gets the mic, but Bryan was the right. Miz is a coward. Gets up and Miz tries to call Corbin down. Ziggler tries to get him in the ring, but they leave. Ziggler's music hits. Still Baron Corbin versus Dolph. Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. Also, Bray Wyatt has a sermon. And the WWE Tag Team Title tournament continues. The Hype Bros versus the Von Villains. Let's cut all this crap, guys. Really. WWE's SmackDown Tag Team Title Tournament. The Hype Bros versus the Von Villains. In this winner, we've seen the Hype Bros defeat the Von Villains. Writer on English until the Hype Bros clean house and hit the Hype Rider on English for the win. Winners Hype Bros defeat the Von Villains and advance in the tag team tournament. After the match, Ryder and Mojo Rawlins celebrate. We go to replays and interviews where the Ryder says they are the lot of a good teams, but the hype trade had just left the station and it's not coming back. Mojo says they are here to stay at Backlash. They are taking those titles because they get hype and they stay hype. AJ Styles is backstage. Walking around, still wearing John Cena's armband around his head. AJ walks up to Apollo Crews and dismisses him. Crews introduces introduces himself, and AJ tells Cruz he's the face that runs the place. Don't forget it. And AJ walks off. But back from commercial break, AJ Styles Hamlin informs us that AJ now wants to be introduced as the face that runs the place. Styles talks about how he beat John Cena, and he will be the next WWE champion. Dean Ambrose beat Ambrose at Backlash. AJ quickly interrupted by the music of Apollo Crews makes his way to the ring to a pop. AJ yells for Crews music to be cut. AJ can't believe this. Crews wants, and Daniel Bryan got him the permission to challenge AJ Styles to a match. And that match begins right now. AJ Styles versus Apollo Crews. In this match, AJ with a big clothesline in the corner. AJ goes for a crossbody, but Crews catches him and slams him for a 2 count. AJ ends up snapping Crews' neck over the top rope, and AJ hits the phenomenal forearm on Apollo Crews for the win. Winner AJ Styles defeats Apollo Crews. After the match, AJ stands tall as Crews rolls to the apron. We get a replay and come back from AJ posing in the corner. We are back with Renee Young about Keith Slater's home in West Virginia. Slater introduces Ray Young to his wife, who is not his real wife. She removes some flowers from the table and brings some crackers with squeezed cheese. This is not to this segment. Slater says his kids are outside playing, picking up cans and bottles. He then goes on to upgrade a double-wide trailer. He and Rhino win the tag team titles. Rhino makes some awkward eyes at Renee to end the segment. Still to come, we're back from commercial. We see Bray Wyatt is out. He makes a speech about the rocket chair in the ring and cuts a promo on Randy Orton saying that he is damaging for Brock Lesnar's fight. Wyatt says his voice is in the head, and Orton's head should be telling him to run. But Orton's music hit, and out comes Orton. Orton says the voice is in the head. Asks him to tell him he's the guy. He thinks that telling this guy that he's damaging. Long-term part come. Orton says Wyatt has attention. Wyatt says Orton is no longer the Predator. Situation damage is weakened. Wyatt declares himself as the Predator. Fans boo. Wyatt says he is going to cut the head off the serpent at Backlash, but they put it on his mantle as a trophy. Orton then says he's played the game with many people over the years, and he is still standing. Orton accepts the challenge from Bray Wyatt for Backlash. He also comments on how he's not afraid of Bray Wyatt kicking his ass right now. Orton heads to the ring, lights go out, Bray Wyatt disappears. Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Alexa Bliss and Natalya. In this match, we see winners of Natalya and Becky Lynch. Not Natalya and Becky Lynch. I mean Natalya and Alexa Bliss. My bad. So you see Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss and Natalya. Winners were Natalya and Alexa Bliss defeat Naomi and Becky Lynch. And we see Carmella come out and jump Nikki at the announce table. Nikki was sitting at the announce table. She throws her neck first into the barricade and kicks her. And then Carmella throws Nikki into the barricade. Alexa Bliss takes advantage of the distraction, and Becky rolls her up for the win. But Natalya and Alexa Bliss win. Because see Alexa Bliss roll up Naomi for the win. Winners for Natalya and Alexa Bliss defeat Naomi and Alexa Bliss. Natalya and Alexa Bliss defeat Becky Lynch and Naomi. After the match, Carmella steps on Nikki and stands on the top of the barrier. It poses. We go to get replays. Come back from Naomi and Becky Lynch checking on Nikki. SmackDown Tag Team Tournament. The Headbangers versus Rhino and Keith Slater. In that match, Rhino and Keith Slater defeat the Headbangers. Baron Corbin versus Dean Ambrose. We see AJ Styles sitting at the announce table. In this match, we see AJ Styles. This match ends a DQ after AJ gets involved. See a Dirty Deeds. Baron Corbin blocks Dirty Deeds, then runs into the ring for a 2 count. Actually, we see this one ends at the DQ. Dean Ambrose wins by DQ. He hits Dirty Deeds on Baron Corbin outside. AJ attacks, but we'll see Dean Ambrose gets AJ on the top rope and bounces him on the top rope to end the show. SmackDown goes off the air with Dean Ambrose standing in the corner with the title, AJ on the top of the ropes, still hanging on the ropes. So that's going to end this WWE SmackDown review for tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed this WWE SmackDown live review for tonight. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Southern Guy 175 on YouTube.com. Follow me at Twitter at DannyParker27. I hope y'all enjoyed the SmackDown review for tonight and live results. I'll be back with more WWE news and rumors as always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow, and I'll be back with some more great WWE news and rumors coming for y'all for tomorrow that I did get to roll a report on tonight. And I'm sure there'll be some more new news tonight. But we got Backlash. We got Bray Wyatt that was made tonight versus Randy Orton for Backlash. Also, don't forget WWE World Championship match for Backlash. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose for the title. And I think AJ will walk out WWE World Champion against Dean Ambrose at Backlash. But that's going to wrap it up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Southern Guy 175 on YouTube.com. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me at Twitter at DannyParker27. Let's see if we can get this SmackDown review up in views and likes. Let's see if we can get up to 141 likes. I'll talk to you guys later for more great WWE news and content. Hope you have a great night. And I'll see y'all back here for more great WWE news and rumors. Have a good night.